Shri Sai Ram. Dear students, in this class we are going to discuss about magnetic properties of solids. So, what is mean by magnetic property and how the solids will magnetized. So, we will discuss fully detail in this class. So, magnetic properties. Every substance has some magnetic properties associated with it. If you take any one compound, any one substances, everyone will be having its own magnetic properties. The origin of these properties lies in the electrons. Only due to electrons it will exhibit the magnetic properties. Each electron in an atom behaves like a tiny magnet. Its magnetic moment originates from two types of motion. First one is its orbital motion around the nucleus, and second one is its spin around its own axis. So, electron being a charged particle and undergoing these motions can be considered as a small loop of current which possesses a magnetic moment. Here, thus each electron has a permanent spin. We know each of the one electron which are present in the molecule, they have a permanent spin and an orbital magnetic moment associated with it. Magnitude of this magnetic moment is very small and it is measured in the unit called Bohr magneton, that is mu b. It is equal to 9.27 into 10 to the power minus 24 ampere meter square. Here, as we studied in previous classes in first PUC, how to calculate Bohr, that is a magnetic moment. We know the formula, that is mu equal to square root of n into n plus 2. Okay. Here n is the number of unpaired electrons present in the element. Okay. So, this is a formula we use to find out the magnetic moment of the particular substance. Okay. And here the 1 Bm, 1 Bohr magneton is equal to 9.27 into 10 to the power minus 24 ampere meter square. And here you can see magnetic moment, this is the axis here, and electrons, this is the around the nucleus, and here around the spin. Okay, this is a spin, here around the spin, there are two types. Okay. So, on the basis of their magnetic properties, substances can be classified into 5 categories. First one is the paramagnetic, the second one is diamagnetic, ferromagnetic third one, fourth one is the antiferromagnetic, and fifth one is ferrimagnetic. So, here there are 5 categories there. Okay, based on paramagnetic, in paramagnetic what will happen? What will happen in the diamagnetic? So, we will study one by one in detail. First one is paramagnetism. Here, the paramagnetic substances are weakly attracted by the magnetic field. Here, the substances which are come under paramagnetic, those substances are weakly attracted by the magnetic field. They are magnetized in a magnetic field in the same direction. They lose their magnetism in the absence of magnetic field. So, under the magnetic field, they will lose the magnetism, and because they all will be in the same direction. Paramagnetism is due to presence of one or more unpaired electrons which are attracted by the magnetic field. For example, you can take oxygen, copper 2 plus, iron 3 plus and chromium 3 plus are some examples of such substances. Here if you see all the ions, they will be having unpaired electrons in the orbitals. Okay, because of unpaired electron they will show the magnetic field. Next one is diamagnetism. Diamagnetic substances are weakly repelled by the magnetic field. Here in paramagnetism what it was there, it is weakly attracted by the magnetic field, but in diamagnetism it is there weakly repelled by the magnetism. It means they will go away from the magnetic field. For example, if you take water, sodium chloride and benzene are some examples of such substances. It means they will not show the magnetism. They are weakly magnetized in a magnetic field in opposite direction. Diamagnetism is shown by those substances in which all the electrons are paired and there are no unpaired electrons. Why it will not show the magnetic property? Because all the electrons in the orbitals are paired. There are no unpaired electrons present in these substances. Pairing of electrons cancel their magnetic moments and they lose their magnetic character. Because of their pairing of electron, they will cancel their magnetic moment and they lose their magnetic character also. Third one is ferromagnetism. A few substances like iron, cobalt, nickel, then gadolinium and chromium dioxide are attracted very strongly by a magnetic field. This is very important. So, these all the elements and the compound which will be very strongly attracted by the magnetic field. Why they will strongly attracted by magnetic field? Because such substances are called, these are the substances are called ferromagnetic substances. Besides strong attractions, these substances can be permanently magnetized. They will show the permanent magnetized here. In solid state, the metal ions of ferromagnetic substances are grouped together into small regions called domains. Okay, they collectively group, they put a group and that small region is called the domains. Thus, each domain acts as a teeny magnet. In an unmagnetized piece of a ferromagnetic substance, the domains are randomly oriented and their magnetic moments get cancelled. So, here remember the why it is called the what is the domains and how it is aligned in different concept. The alignment of that domains will be different. When the substance is placed in a magnetic field, all the domains get oriented in the direction of the magnetic field and a strong magnetic effect is produced. Here you can see all the domains are aligned towards the magnetic field. Okay, and thus it means all the here domains are parallel with each other. This ordering of domains persists even when the magnetic field is removed and the ferromagnetic substance becomes a permanent magnet. So, when you remove also it will become a permanent magnet, and here ferromagnetic substance will exhibit the strong magnetic field here, because all the domains are parallel with each other to the magnetic field. Next one is the antiferromagnetism. Substances like MnO showing antiferromagnetism have domain structures similar to ferromagnetic substance, but their domains are oppositely oriented and cancel out each other's magnetic moment. If you see here domains, so this is in this direction and this is in this direction, opposite direction, and again it is a upward and it is backward, again it is upward and again it is backward. So, when it is in opposite direction, those will cancel with each other and it will not show the magnetic property here. Okay, substances like MnO will not show the magnetic properties because the domains are oppositely arranged, aligned with each other. So, they will get to cancel with each other here. Next one is ferrimagnetism. Last one. In ferrimagnetism is observed when the magnetic moment of the domains in the substance are aligned in parallel and anti-parallel directions in unequal numbers. They are weakly attracted by magnetic field as compared to ferromagnetic substance. Here these substances, ferromagnetic substances, are weakly attracted to the magnetic field, because if you see in the structure, so this is the upward direction, this is also upward direction, okay, parallel, and again downward direction, again upward direction, again upward, again downward. It means all the domains are not equally arranged. Here it is not even parallel and not even paired, okay, opposite. So, here it means it will shows the magnetic properties like Fe3O4 magnetite and ferrites like MgFe2O4 and ZnFe2O4 are examples of such substances. These substances also lose ferrimagnetism on heating and become paramagnetic. Suppose if we heat the compounds, these compounds, they will lose the ferrimagnetism on heating. If we heat, they will lose the ferrimagnetism property and it will become completely paramagnetic. Paramagnetic means weakly attracted to the magnetic field. So, this is all about the magnetic properties of this substance. Okay, how many types are there, how many categories are there? There are 5 categories. One is paramagnetism, diamagnetism, and ferromagnetism, antiferromagnetism, and ferrimagnetism. Even it is very important for the examination, they may ask for 2 marks what is diamagnetism, what is anti ferromagnetism and all. So, it's very simple and very understandable one. Okay, this is all about the magnetic properties of the substance. Okay, this is the assignment. First one is explain Frenkel defect, which is discussed in previous class, and what is mean by point defect, and what happens when you add 14 group elements into 15 group elements. Explain what happens when you add the 14 group element into 15th group. And this concept we discussed in the semiconductor. And what are the types of non-stoichiometric defects? Okay, just mention and explain what are those, and write the difference between paramagnetic and diamagnetic properties. Okay, this is the assignment for this concept. Thank you. Sai Ram.